Hi everyone, Zoe here. I just thought I would do a little mini tutorial just on my favourite colours. I'm doing it for the girls over at designedcolour.blogspot.com. I'll have the details down below. I've just stamped up Angel Singing Carols with my Memento black ink, just so that's good for Copics. And I'm going to just show you really quick and basic my colouring method of colouring skin, and yeah, just gonna talk you through it as I go, and we'll go with that. Okay, all right, so I'm going to start with my E000. I always lay down a little base, and I love her cheeks here, so we're going to make them nice and round and make them nice and cute. But I like to sort of just use my E000 to sort of form the shape that I want to create, where I'm going to end up putting the darker areas in and the shadow. And so she's got a mouth open, so I'm going to have a little bit of a shadow around that. I'm not actually going to give her lips because I think it will detract from the shape. So I'm just building up the cheeks at the bottom here. Going to have them nice and rounded, but you can sort of get an idea of what it will look like with your lightest colour before you bring in your dark colours and start freaking out. That's what I find anyway. Around the eyes I like to sort of do a I don't know, just a little bit dark just under, and that helps to make the top of the cheek sort of round, I guess. And I'm just going to bring that up around the eyelid, just at the crease of the eye. And I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm just going to, just for this example, I'm going to just have sort of like the shadow or the light coming from the front, just make it easier. And then I'm going to do the same over here, just to get that depth. Alright, so now I'm going to come in with my E01, and I'm just going to pretty much kind of go over the same areas, but maybe not as much. So I'm just going to start building it up. And I'm often quite cautious. I don't go holeless bolus or anything, just very light touch, and slowly build it up. I do like the images that are a little bit more realistic. You can pretend that you're a bit more of an artist, I think. Alright, now I'm going to come in with my E11 and start making some of these a little bit darker. But just very light. Funny thing is, actually, while I'm using this E11, I've been using E11, you know, since I started a few years ago, and it was just getting really cloggy. So I decided to get a new one just recently, and it's as if I'm having to learn how to use it again. I've got so used to using the cloggy one that this one is a little bit different. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I just thought that was bizarre. But anyway, moving on. Alright, so I'm going to come in with my E01 and just start blending that a bit more. And also coming back the other way. You see how that's starting to form now, the little round puffy cheeks. And then coming back this way. There. Alright. Now I'm going to do the same with her eyes here. I'm just going to start building them up. This marker is actually getting a little bit dry. That's why it sounds a bit scratchy. Okay, I'm back. I've actually just switched to EOO because I have that, got some ink in it and it's very close to EO1. So I'm just going to continue with my blending here. And back onto the cheeks, as you can see. So I'm just going to start coming up the nose now. And actually that EOO just isn't quite pink enough. There we go. I'm going to come back in now with the EO1. You see how just very, very slightly adding the layers, which creates and forms the shape of the face. And if you do a little bit at a time, you're not gonna make any sort of drastic mistakes that you have to try and fix up. But it all comes with practice. I'm not any expert on this. I've just been looking at images and trying to work out what to do. I'd like to get a book though. It'd be pretty good. I should do that. Alright, I'm just blending that out with EOO. I'm coming back with my EO1 to go over that because it's a little bit light. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is get my E11 and I'm just going to add some shadow under her hair. On both sides, just like that. And I'm actually going to come in with E13 for that as well. Just make that a bit darker. Just a little bit under the nose here with the E13 and just in the corner of her eyes. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my EO1 and I'm just going to sort of flick along the side here and on this side too. And then finally, I'm going to come in with my EOO over those little highlights in the cheeks. And do her eyes and then the forehead and down the nose. So I've got all coloured now, but I've been careful not to go over my dark area too much. And then just to keep that a nice smooth blend, I'm going to come in with my EO1 and I'm just lightly flicking over it to make sure that it hasn't taken off too much of my colour. And I'm going to just give the eyelids a little bit of a shape whilst I'm here. And then just on this side, I should have re-inked my marker before doing this. Made it a lot harder, but oh well, you get the gist. And that's it. A nice little pudgy little cheeks using my favourite colours, and I'll have all the colours listed below. And I'll finish colouring this up and show you the finished image at the end. I hope you picked up a couple of tips. Alrighty, thanks guys, see you next time.